What's up, good folks? Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Bernicia, and you're here with N.E.X.T. Okay, I see that we got a few new subscribers. Welcome to the family, you guys. Don't forget to hit your notification bell so you guys can keep track of all the latest videos and all the latest tea and my new recaps. Okay, and also you guys can feel free to jump into the comment section because I do respond, okay? I do get in there and talk to you guys and communicate. So feel free to get into the comment section, all right? All right, y'all. So we are on episode 18 of Baddies Midwest, okay? In this episode, they finally made it to Hawaii and it went up, okay? Oh, so let's get into it. So the episode starts off with the aftermath of Scarface, no, I'm calling Tommy Scarface. But that bitch came in there like Scarface, you feel me? Say hello to my little friend, okay? She came in there, poom, and set shit off, had the bitches scrambling for their dear lives, okay? So, episode 18 opens up with the aftermath of all of that, alright? So, as you guys know, the girls have scrambled. And so she's going off, popping her big shit, trying to act like she wasn't scared. Bitch, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you just flip yourself and Jayla over in the chair? So why is you making it seem like you're so fucking gangster, bitch? Like, you was just as scared as the rest of the girls when the motherfucking, them little beep beeps went off, okay? Bitch, you was scared too. And so, anywho, she starts going off saying, why y'all didn't jump her? Why y'all didn't just da-da-da-da-da-da-da? Bitch, why you didn't? Why you didn't do a lot of shit? Why, first of all, why y'all didn't run Tommy ass through a metal detector? Why y'all didn't investigate that bunny that Tommy was holding in her hands for 40 minutes? Because, bitch, the episode lasted 40 minutes. And we watched Tommy stand there with that bunny for the whole fucking episode while everybody was arguing with her. So, why you didn't do that, Natalie? Okay? So, then she called herself trying to check Biggie, talking about something that's your friend. That's your friend. Biggie was like, nah, bitch. You ain't for the Don't try to put that on me, ho.
Tommy's coming. Weird ass bitches should have handled that shit and grabbed her purse, snatched her shit up, and all y'all should have did y'all big one. And you? Hey, and you? I'm gonna tell you something right now. You play a lot of weird games. It don't matter. That's your bitch.
Y'all know she's crazy.
No,
que ella era maldita loca.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all know that. So why y'all didn't check her? Now.
Bitch, don't try to turn around and reverse psychology and put it all on me, bitch. Y'all should have handled that shit. Y'all bitches the ones that got an issue. Y'all should have handled it, okay? And for once, I'm with Biggie 100%, okay? Don't try to turn it around on Biggie, bitch. You the one that invited Tommy, okay? So, she was your responsibility at that point, all right? So, then Natalie announces that they have a booking, right? We already knew that the girls had a booking, but Natalie decided to still go to the booking. Obviously, some of the girls ended up going to the booking as well. Okay, so the scene switches and the girls are arriving at the club. Now, Jayla and Natalie arrived at the club first. Okay, and so apparently some of the girls didn't feel comfortable going out after everything that had transpired, okay, obviously. And so only a handful of the girls actually showed up. Majority of the newbies and a couple of the OGs, Scotty and, Biggie. And so Biggie came to do her performance and she turned the fuck up as usual. And I'm proud of Biggie. You know what I'm saying? She did her big one. Okay. But Natalie. Okay, so Natalie did the most with this whole club situation, okay? I got Natalie, could you step to the front, please? Natalie, please come to the front. Okay? First of all, bitch, the way that she was getting up there talking about stuff, these bitches are scary and all of this other extra shit, I just feel like, girl, first of all, you acting like these girls didn't just get pumed at. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? I can understand if it was just a regular, if it was like a fight or some shit like that. But bitch, this was something else, okay? And let's be honest, okay? Even if it wasn't a real firearm, the fact that Tommy brought what she brought, that still could have did some damage. There's been cases where people have lost eyes, ears, fucking even their lives. Hell, y'all just seen that situation that went down last year where what's his name? I can't think of the actor name, but he was playing around with a prop gun, a prop, toy, and ended up popping the shit out of somebody and unaliving somebody by accident with a prop toy. You know what I'm saying? So situations, something serious could have transpired behind Tommy's actions. So the fact that she was making light of it, I don't like that. And also another thing, to call somebody scary from running from a bullet, like, bitch, bullets don't have names on it, okay? And if somebody pulls out something to go to firing anything, I don't give a fuck what it is. If they firing it off, bitch, I'm hauling ass. Bitch, what you think? You the woman of the man of steel or something? And it, like I said, if I'm not mistaken, bitch, didn't you flip the chair back yourself? So the way that she was getting up there popping it, I didn't like that. I felt like she was just trying so hard to make it seem like she was unbothered by what Tommy did. But bitch, you was bothered. You was very much bothered. And it's okay. It's okay. Because like anybody with any common sense, any sense of self-preservation would have did exactly what ROLLIE and Akbar and the rest of the girls did. Run. Okay? Anybody with a sense of self-preservation, bitch. So anyway, the girls ended up turning up or whatever at the club. They did seem like they had a good time for what it's worth. As far as the whole club situation, though, I am not mad that Natalie still decided to go to the club, because at the end of the day, she did mention the fact that the people paid $130 a piece to get into the club, and that club was packed like a motherfucker. So I could just imagine how bad that would have looked if, you know what I'm saying, the girls didn't show up. Okay, it was already, a little weird and awkward when Natalie and Jada had to show up and be there and hold things down for a period of time just by themselves until the rest of the girls arrived. So, I'm not really mad at that, because it's just business at the end of the day. But all the extra shit, no. So anyway, the scene switches. You got Natalie, Jada, and Scotty. They sitting in the room and they're chit-chatting and they're talking about the whole situation that happened the night before. Okay. And here Natalie go once again, talking about how bitches are scary. Bitch, you're not a gangster, okay? You're not a gangster, you're not a thug, you're nothing like it, okay? So anyway, Scotty proceeds to let the girls know that ROLLIE and TINKA, that she spoke with ROLLIE and TINKA, and that ROLLIE and TINKA is upset at Jayla and Scotty. I mean, not Jayla and Scotty, but Jayla and Natalie, because they were laughing about they were laughing apparently, and they went out about the whole going out to the club situation. It was more so about what Natalie had said on that microphone, because apparently when she was popping her shit, Jayla was live streaming her. So ROLLIE and TINKA unfortunately got to see all the fuck shit that Natalie had said the night before at the club, and they wasn't feeling it. So Jayla asked a very pointed question. Okay, because Natalie, as Scotty was delivering the tea, Jayla and Natalie went to talking real loud, because they was like, we don't care, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whatever, they mad, okay, whatever, we'll do, they're popping their shit. And so Scotty was like, y'all talking too loud. Jayla was like, so, or whatever, whoop de whoop. And so she asked a very pointed question. She was like, so why they not mad at you? Because Scotty did go out to the club as well. But hold that thought, okay? Because when Jayla asked Scotty why ROLLIE and TINKA wasn't mad at her, but they was mad at Jayla and Natalie for going to the club, but Scotty went too. So like, bitch, why they not mad at you? Hold that thought. All right. So Natalie tells the girls, that Akbar had texted her and let her know that she was leaving. And for what it's worth, it's understandable, because Akbar had been pumed by real bullets before, and she actually still has a bullet hole in her neck or something like that. So it's just like, bitch, like, I know how that shit feels, the real thing, and I'm not playing with anybody that's pulling out anything. And listen, any bitch that was raised in the hood knows better. Like, if anybody pulling out any piece, we don't give a fuck if it's real or not, bitch. We call it ass, because you know what shit like that lead to. And even if you ain't in the line of fire, it's usually the ones that's not in the line of fire that gets hit anyway. So it's just like, bitch, who is for to stand around like a fucking statue and just laugh it off or act like they not scared? Like, bitch, ain't that much playing motherfucking strong and unscary in the world, okay? Like, if a bitch trying to get you, they trying to get you. It is what it is. So yeah, Akbar's gone. Okay, even though it's sad that it took for her ass to get shot at for her to want to leave. Cause bitch, if you ask me, she should have been gone. She should have been fucking gone. She ain't doing shit. So anyway, the girls toast up, and you know, cause they're getting ready to go to Hawaii, so they toast up, and that's where the scene ends. Okay, so now the girls have finally arrived to Hawaii. Now, I'm going to have to kind of bounce around a little bit because they kept doing that flip the scene type shit. So I'm going to have to bounce around just a little bit. So anyway, the first thing you see, ROLLIE and TINKA. ROLLIE and TINKA, I guess they just came from out the airport. And so they're being wheeled out in wheelchairs by the security guards. Neither one of these bitches need to be in a wheelchair because it's like, what, seriously? It was a little extra, a little dramatic, but we get it. We get it. Like, y'all two were, you know, the victims or whatever. Whoop the whoop. And so, now we got Natalie and the OGs. So, Natalie and some of the OGs are on a Sprinter van, and they're all discussing about, apparently, ROLLIE unfollowed Natalie and Jayla or whatever. So, like, at this point, they know, they feel that energy. You know, Scotty had already warned them, but they're feeling that energy now. And so, Natalie says this thing. She says, I'm going to use that line. No. She says that she did text ROLLIE. Okay, she said that she texted ROLLIE and sent her like an emoji, a crying emoji or sad face emoji or some shit like that. Checking up on ROLLIE. She said ROLLIE didn't respond. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, I think she did TINKA too. I'm not sure. So then she shows the girls the text message or whatever with the whoop. And then she says, I'm going to use that line that ROLLIE used. We are not friends. Okay, we are co-workers. This is business. Okay, cool. That line would apply to anybody else but you, Natalie. Because at this point, you and ROLLIE are friends. Y'all are more than just co-workers. Y'all are friends. Y'all been rolling together, hanging together. And I get it that you can't be in multiple places at one time. You are one body. However, these girls, they work for you. Not only that, ROLLIE is your friend. So when a situation like that happen, you supposed to come in and check up on your girl and make sure she's okay. Alright? Especially considering the way that ROLLIE was highly upset. The bitch was mad. She was throwing chairs and shit. You should have made sure you went up to ROLLIE and talked to ROLLIE and tried to figure out where her head was at in person. Okay? Sending a text message, that's some shit. That a text message is so impersonal. It gives so much I don't really care, but I'm trying to pretend like I'm caring. Okay? It's so impersonal. And so for that reason, I'm like, okay, well, Natalie, you're not really showing enough concern about this, okay? Like, I get it. It was, at the end of the day, nobody was seriously hurt, okay? It wasn't a real weapon. Those are two facts. But with that being said, it was a very scary situation, even traumatic, because you had a person had left and went home because they were so traumatized by the whole incident. You should have took better care of your people, okay? Tommy came and did what she did, but you should have showed more concern, more empathy towards the girls, okay? Because if something happened to them, without them, there will be no show. I'm just saying. So anyway, the newbies catch Ivory up. And the other Sprinter van, and child, that look, that pink hair that Ivory was rocking in the confessional, she looked real nice, okay? I even liked the wig that she had on in this scene. She looked nice in the scene, but that pink hair that she had in the confessional was doing it for me, okay? So basically, Ivory, you know, was telling them that, you know, she didn't go, she had to go to court, because if she didn't, they would have put her ass under the jail, which makes sense, okay? Hell, I wonder what that was about. I wish she would spill some tea on that shit, but hey, it is what it is. So anyway, Ivory just missed a whole lot. So she's sitting right there trying to take in all this information with just so much that really happened since she left. Okay. And then we get back to ROLLIE and TINKA. So ROLLIE and TINKA, they started talking about the whole club situation. So their issue, like I said before, is really the fact that when Natalie went to the club, she went to popping all her hardcore shit. It's like,
main issue, y'all bitches went out right after the situation. And like I was telling Natalie, I don't know why talking about bitches is scary, bitches. No, bitch. Stop acting scary, hoe. Bring your motherfucking ass in the motherfucking club. That's it. You didn't see it all the video. Oh my God. I just know that they were out. I feel the type of way that Natalie and a few of the other girls went to the club after I got shot up with a BB gun. And y'all bitches ran on me. So now it got me questioning y'all loyalty. Akbar.
like you didn't even check up on us. Like you did. It's like you didn't really give a fuck. Like, so what? You sent a little, fucking text message or whatever. Woo, that's cool. But I feel like I deserve a little bit more from you than you just sending me a fucking text message, just then going party and acting like nothing ever fucking happened. Like, bitch, I could have died. Something could have happened to me or whatever. Bitch, just show a little bit more concern. And then not only that, to add insult to injury, you get your ass to the club and then go to popping your shit, throwing shade about the whole situation as if it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's not as if, bitch, I ran because a motherfucker tried to fight me. I ran because a motherfucker had a weapon. And, bitch, I ain't for to stand there and investigate to see what kind of weapon it was. Bitch, it was a weapon. Like, what the fuck? So I really understand why TINKA and ROLLIE feel some kind of way. But more so ROLLIE, because of I can understand that Rollie's feelings being hurt at the lack of empathy from Natalie. And then TINKA, I kind of understand too, even though TINKA put herself in that situation. Like, none of that shit had anything to do with TINKA. It really fucking didn't. Okay? Tommy had no beef, didn't really know TINKA. And so, I feel bad that she was in a line of fire. I feel bad for anybody that was in a line of fire. But, bitch, TINKA really put herself in that situation. Okay? So, anyway, we get back to the Natalie and the OGs. And then, they're talking about the whole Hawaii situation, and they're asking Natalie about Hawaii because, Natalie been to Hawaii before, and this is most of the girls' first time. And so Anna says that she's glad that they're surrounded by water because she wants to drown Summer ass. And so Natalie says that she got $20,000 for whoever throws the newbie into the water. Then you get the flash of Scotty in the confessional saying, bitch, how about we throw you in the water, okay? And for once, well, I won't say for once, because, lately Scotty been real bold in her confessionals, especially when it concerns Natalie. So, yeah, bitch, I agree. Throw Natalie ass in the water, okay? This bitch always trying to recruit somebody to do her fucking dirty work. Throw her ass in the water, shall we? So, the newbies arrive to the house in Hawaii, and I must say, this is Zeus flexing their dollars, honey, okay? Because this is the best house I've seen the girls in shit in all the seasons. This is the best house thus far, okay? It was a nice kind of like, I don't know how you describe it, but it was nice. Y'all see these pictures. This shit was it was everything, okay? Bitch, if I had a vacation, I would want a vacation like that. Luxury, honey, luxury. Okay, so anyway, the newbies get to the house. They get their rooms and everything. And then the OGs arrive. So the OGs basically, fill Ivory in on, some things that don't happen, transpire or whatever. Whoop to whoop. And then as they start talking about the whole situation with Tommy and, the BB and everything like that, ROLLIE and TINKA arrives. So ROLLIE and TINKA, they immediately get into business, okay? So TINKA starts off first, and to be honest, I don't think Natalie took TINKA as serious. It was more like roll my eyes. Hell, I was rolling my eyes because I'm like, bitch, if you gonna be the first to talk, make it make sense, okay? But for what it's worth, though, I did understand one point that she was saying. Like I said, like, Natalie should have checked up on them. Like, fit in the physical. You know what I'm saying? They was like, the ones that were in the altercation with Tommy, and those were her targets. So I would have made sure to check on everybody. But first and foremost, the main two who was involved in the incident. You know what I'm saying? A text message, that's just like, okay, let me just pretend like I care. Like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? That's the only valid point she made. Everything else, she sounded like, bullshit. But when ROLLIE stepped in, ROLLIE ran Natalie for filth. And she shut that shit down. Now, in Biggie's confessional, Biggie worded what ROLLIE was trying to say you know, more intellectually, because you know, Rollie was made a valid point, but Biggie worded it better. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Natalie, you need to learn what it is to like serve and be there for your soldiers that are on that front line with you every day. Like, no soldiers left behind. And honestly, you have 2 of your soldiers left behind, and I felt that way as well.
I'm gonna just say this, Natalie.
What have I done?
Thinking shit is funny, getting on live on the mic. I don't know if y'all saw her. She was drunk. Bitches is scared. Bitches is scary. I don't play them type of games.
Basically, she was saying like, you know, we are your assets, you know, and you have to protect your assets. Like, you know, we're your soldiers. We are your front line. You have to look out for the people who looks out for you. You know what I'm saying? The people who are under you, you as the leader, that is part of your responsibility. And she should have made sure, she should have, did better by checking on them. Even if she didn't really give a fuck, she should have been better at pretending to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So that was a loss on Natalie's behalf, okay? And so, Rollie ends up standing up at some point, and so Natalie took a step back, and Rollie was like, well, girl, ain't nobody finna knock your ass out or beat your ass or whatever, the woo, like, because Natalie already know Rollie will do it.
Rollie's coming from, because if Nat and Jayla were laughing about the situation that happened with Tommy, Rollie has all right to beat the fuck out of him.
Rollie will. Now, the one thing that I didn't agree to, what Rollie said, Rollie kind of threw Rollie didn't kinda. She threw Scotty right under the motherfucking bus. So apparently, Scotty took the time out to check on Rollie and Tinka. I mean, really check, okay? And apparently while she was checking up on them, they had a conversation. And we already know that Scotty and Natalie aren't like the best of friends these days, okay? And obviously Scotty is tired of Natalie's shit. So when they were having the conversation, Scotty let some tea spill, and she told Rollie a few things. And Rollie decided to throw that out there. I don't like that, because I feel like that Scotty was opening up to you, telling you some tea because she knew that y'all was under similar feelings about Natalie and things like that. That was a conversation between y'all. You didn't have to go back. Even if you was going to repeat what was said, you didn't have to go back and, you know what I'm saying, like throw it out there like that. Especially in the midst of all this other bullshit that's going on. I didn't respect that. But at the same time, it's like, Scotty, you gotta be careful. You should know better by now. Because Rollie will throw a bitch under the bus like real fucking quick, fast, in a hurry. So, you know what I'm saying? That's your bad too, Scotty. Because, I get it that you was trying to put Rollie up on game and everything. And probably in the heat of the conversation, you decided to spill some tea. But either way, like, this is a learning lesson, because sometimes you can't help a bitch. You can't, because this is what you get in return. No good deed goes unpunished. You know what I'm saying? And so when Rollie says what she says about Scotty or whatever with the woo, Summer decides to put her 2 cents in. So Summer was like, oh, you a fake ass friend. Why would you go back? Why would you do that, Scotty? Why would you go back and tell Rollie what Natalie told you? I would never go tell my friend what my other friend said. That's some snake ass shit. Oh, child, Summer, listen, bitch, shut the fuck up. Know when to shut the fuck up. Like, it pissed me off because when she decided to interject and put her 2 cents in, Tinka had asked Rollie, like, what is this about? Like, Rollie was fixing to get into the meat and potatoes of what the conversation was, okay? Which I was really curious as to, but bitch, because of that, because of Summer interrupting, like, bitch, listen, she did make a point though. You shouldn't, when you got 2 friends, you shouldn't go back and forth and tell one what the other said. Like, that's how mess gets started. However, Summer, you don't know the context of the conversation. You don't know what the fuck is going on. And before you can even get a good observation or figure out what's going on, you immediately popping off at the throat. Like, shut the fuck up. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, for real. She pissed me off. Like, she really did. And so, AHNA Anna starts going off on her. She was like, bitch, mind your business. It has nothing to do with you. Her, at this point, is Scotty and Anna both arguing with Summer. And Summer just sitting up there looking fucking stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you know you look stupid. Like, I get it, you trying to get you some camera time, but bitch, we don't have more than enough of you this whole season. Like, this was not needed.
Fucking business. I really wish that Summer would mind her fucking business because this has nothing to do with her. That bitch talked too fucking much. Scotty should have been slapped that bitch from the moment she first opened her mouth. Bitch! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Exactly! You shut up! Oh my God. Summer! Bitch, sit the fuck down and mind the business that pays you, and we know it ain't much. You even got a wife.
At all. It was very much not needed. And so Rollie ends up getting up, storming off or whatever, whoop de whoop, and so that's where the house meeting ends. Cause at this point I feel like Natalie just a bit overwhelmed. Like, I think she received the message was you know what I'm saying, you could tell when a bitch know they wrong. You know what I'm saying? Natalie knew she was wrong for handling the situation how she did. She should have taken it more seriously than what she did. And this is a learning lesson for all parties involved. Okay? Tinka need to learn to stop trying to start shit with people and you don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what a motherfucker gonna do. People always say what they gonna do to a bitch, but they never, what about what that person gonna do to you? You know what I'm saying? And you wasn't expecting what happened to happen. So you shouldn't have involved yourself in that in the first place. Natalie needs to take better care of her cast members. Like, we get it. The whole situation played out how it played out. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you do need to take better care of your staff. Okay? You really fucking do. And let's just say that wasn't a real, you know what I'm saying? Tommy she goes off the hinges from time to time. Okay? So you don't know, with all of these different variables, she should have took more precaution than what she did. Okay? And then the after effect, how she just downplayed the whole situation and clowned the girls. On top of that, it was fucked up. Okay? So Natalie knows she was wrong. This was a lot for Natalie to digest and take. So bitch, go sleep on it and figure out how to handle it better next time. Okay? So anywho, the scene switches to Scotty and Tinka. So Scotty and Tinka, they outside on the balcony and they having a conversation. And so Scotty's basically venting to Tinka because she feels some type of way about Rollie throwing her under the bus. And before I get into that, child, it must be so motherfucking hot there because you could literally see Tinkerbell lace front, just that bitch, just the glue is tacking up, it's coming up. Scotty keep on patting her head, trying to push the motherfucking lace front back down because the bitch is coming unglued. Like, it must be something seriously fucking hot. So anywho, yeah, so Scotty's venting to Tinka and she says that, Tinka understands. So I'm assuming Tinka was present when the whole conversation happened with her and Rollie. And so, yeah, so I, like I said earlier, like I feel bad for Scotty because I know that her intentions was pure. Like, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to, I know her intentions towards Rollie was pure. Like, she actually gave a fuck about Rollie to even check on her. She did way more than what Natalie even did. So, it does sucks that Rollie threw her under the bus like that. Because it's like, bitch, you see who your friends are. Scotty took the time out to come check on you and to make sure you were good. And you know what I'm saying? Provide you comforting words. Natalie didn't do that. So I don't feel like Natalie deserved to know any fucking thing that Scotty said or whatever the case is or whatever, child. So then as they're talking, because mind you, at this point, like, Scotty's fire fucking hot. She's super mad at Summer because Summer, like, escalated the situation by putting her dumbass 2 cents in. So she's, like, going off about Summer. And then as they're, talking, Summer comes walking her dumbass out there. Child. So Summer's like, I was just trying to understand what was going on. When y'all be talking, we don't be knowing what's going on. That's their point exactly, bitch. You don't know what's going on. Like, if you don't know what's going on, just shut the fuck up and stand by and watch like everybody else. Why the fuck did you think it was a right idea to step up and say something and speak on behalf of motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about you? Okay? Because I'm pretty damn sure Natalie talks a hell of a lot of shit about your ass, Summer. Okay? Just like everybody else. So while you trying so hard to dick ride her, bitch, she don't even like you like that. Okay? So anyway, Anna hears the argument back and forth between Summer and Scotty, so she decides to come up there to the top balcony where they were, and then she tells Summer like it doesn't matter what Scotty did, like it has nothing to do with you, like mind your own motherfucking business, bitch. And so her and Summer go back and forth, and next thing you know, Summer just grabbed that bitch by the back of her head and popped the shit out of her. I mean, like, I was like, ooh, damn, it looked like she hit all the ass hard as fuck. I ain't gonna even lie. A straight face shot, bitch. So when she hit Anna, everything got set off. Scotty started trying to tag her ass, and then it turned into like a tag team situation. Scotty was getting her, then Anna was getting her. Okay, so let me just say this. It may be an unpopular opinion because typically I'm the type that don't like jumping or like, you know, nothing like that. But certain situations, like, listen, Summer needed her ass beat. She needed her ass beat, and I was glad somebody hit her ass, okay? Even though she did get tag team, they don't look like Scotty or Anna did much to her. Well, I'll say Scotty didn't do shit. Anna, for her to be so dramatically smaller than Summer, because it's crazy. I didn't realize how small Anna was until her and Summer were standing next to each other. Summer had that bitch by at least 2 feet. Like, Anna really is a little ass bitch. Like, she really is little. But one thing I could say, that bitch is scrappy as fuck. Like, she was tagging the shit out of Summer ass. She was sticking it to her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, for what it's worth, that little bitch don't play. But yeah, child, they ended up tag teaming her ass, and so some people's shit went over the balcony. Child, don't ask me what. I know a wig or a phone or something went over the balcony, bitch. I don't know. But yeah, so that's where the episode pretty much ends, with that whole scruffle between Scotty, Anna, and Summer. And so yeah, because I seen in the comments like people was mad that, you know, Scotty and Anna tag team Summer. I feel like Summer deserved it. In that moment, she deserved it. Like, bitch, that's like, you know how the old people used to say, don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash? That's exactly what Summer did. She let her mouth write her a check that her ass couldn't cash. Okay? So, bitch, that ass whooping was a fraud alert, bitch. I'll just put it like that. Okay? So I'm not even mad at that, and they really didn't do too much, so it's like whatever. You know, I can understand if they stumped the bitch to the ground and beat the smithereens out of her. No, that's not exactly what happened. So it's not. Yeah, I'm not even gonna like. I'm not even gonna be like, okay, well, yeah, I was wrong for that. No, bitch, no, she needed her ass hit. I wanted to slap the shit out of her, like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I wanted to knock the Mario coins out that bitch. In that moment, okay? So I can only imagine how they was feeling. Now, one thing I do agree with, though, that I did see in the comments, Scotty didn't decide to pop off, and Scotty should have punched that bitch in the face immediately. Like, when they were in the house meeting, they should have, when Summer first opened up her pie hole and went to say some shit, Scotty should have been took off on her then. Okay, but I think what activated Scotty was the fact that when Summer hit Anna, that's when Scotty got with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like, bitch, you should have just been hit. Some things deserve for you to like act on them. Okay. Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, Scotty's not the type to initiate a fight. Like, you know, she might argue with a bitch, but she's not going to initiate a fight too much. So that's that. So anyway, child, that was the full episode. I like this episode for what it's worth. I like it because it really breaks down the dynamics of the group. Like, for real, for real. Natalie, she don't have friends. She have minions, okay? Flunkies. And so Scotty at this point, I could tell based off everything that's happening, Scotty don't got tired of being fucking Natalie's flunky. So she's pretty much doing her own thing. Like, you don't really see Scotty too much with Natalie like that. It's usually Rollie or Jayla. And at this point, Natalie kind of don't, like, she don't pissed off Rollie. So it's like, only person she have left is Jayla. And to be honest, like, even that's tedious because y'all forget that she just put Jayla up on the chopping block like 2 episodes ago. So it's like, you know, Jayla, you gotta watch your back too because, bitch, you ain't safe. Like, everybody close to this girl ends up getting burned in some shape or form. And like, I get it, Natalie has a big role to play when it comes to being an EP and all this other stuff. Like, you know, she has to focus on the bag and the money of the situation, but at the same time, I feel like in any situation when you have your good Judies, you keep your good Judies close because good Judies is hard to find. You feel me? Like, people who's good to you, people who you know are loyal, are hard to find. You feel me? And I just think there's something to be said about a person who can't keep a friend. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep a friend by no means. By no means, bitch. You can't keep not one ally. Like, it's something to be said. You can't keep buying and purchasing all your friend and your support because that shit at the end of the day ain't real. You know? So I think Natalie needs to work on how she deals with people or how she cares about people, or she need to figure out how she's going to navigate that. You know, I think it'd be in her best interest to make up with Rollie because she was wrong in the situation. You know what I'm saying? She was wrong. You know, and sorry, Rollie called her out. So like, that's that. Also in the cliffhanger, you see at some point Big Lex makes it upstairs and she kind of like pushes Anna back or whatever, like no jumping or whatever. I already Lex been started to put a bad taste in my mouth because she makes me feel like I thought she was more of an authentic person than what she's turning out to be. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that made me like her initially was because it seemed like she's standing on her own 2 feet. She has her own mind, and she's kind of like, she seems solid. I'll put it like that. She seems solid. But as the more we see of her, it just seems like she's very wavy. Like, she's trying to, she does things for show. She's not giving authentic and real. Now, her friendship with Summer seems to be like a real thing. However, like, you can't say you stand for something and then backtrack when it comes to somebody you like. Like, you either gonna be all in or you not. So as far as like the bullying situation, like with Slim, she initially when she came in, she said that she didn't like Jayla because she felt like Jayla bullied what's the face? Who the fuck? Bullied Gretch. Bullied Gretch. So how you gonna be somebody that's kind of like the stand up for, you know, people who are being bullied to now like you picking and choosing which battles to intercede in? Because it's like, you know, when Slim was getting dragged through the mud, you didn't stand up for her at all. In fact, it was Ivory that seemed like she was more concerned about Slim than anybody. It's just, at this point, Lex is giving weird. And I don't even like who she's affiliated with. I think the people who you surround yourself with speaks volumes. Like, yes, Lex has this college girl thing going on, but if her and Summer and Dolly is hanging out like that and they so tight like that, that's because they have a like mind. It's something about them that mixes, like that connects. Okay, so as ratchet and as terrible as Summer is, clearly there's some Ratchet and Dolly in fucking Big Lex because y'all hang with her. Y'all take this girl, y'all, you know what I'm saying? You stick up for her, both of y'all stick it up for her, and y'all see how she get herself into shit. Like, Summer, you gonna have to learn, girl. Sometimes you gonna have to learn when to shut the fuck up, because people can't keep coming to your defense 24/7. And also the fact that Lex pushed Anna, I'm wondering if Tasiki gonna activate, because bitch, like I said, Anna is really a little girl. Like, she's tiny. I understand why now. I kind of like get the idea of why you know, certain people have been sparing Anna, and I say that with quotation marks. because she obviously is very little. Okay, so like you really just bitches like that, you just really don't, you know what I'm saying? But let you get a little aggressive, okay? So I'm wondering what Tasiki gon', you know what I'm saying, if that's gon'. So anyway, in the next episode, we see the cliffhanger. It looks like the whole situation between some of them is going to continue into the next episode. Then the girls are going to end up at the beach to do some parasailing and everything. And you're going to see Summer and Scotty get into another fight. Biggie and Nunu is going to go at it again. I don't know if they're going to end up fighting, but obviously there's some tension between them that hasn't been resolved. And by the way, I hate those braids on Biggie. Okay, I first of all, I don't like that hairstyle. Okay, I'm not a fan of that hairstyle. Like, you get your hair braided up like that when you trying to get a sew in. I don't really care for that type of hairstyle. But it's worse because Biggie's head shape is not even like the back of her head is shaped like a llama bean. Like, you got a fat front of your head and then the back is shaped like a llama bean. It's not giving. I don't like that hairstyle on Biggie. So anyway, her and Biggie's, Nunu and Biggie's gonna get into it. And then it's going to be like this whole thing with Summer. So, child. But I'm glad that they definitely picking it back up. Okay. And I'm most definitely waiting for this male girl to appear, make her appearance. I already knew. I had a feeling that they was going to drag out this Hawaii situation. Because I think Hawaii, this whole Hawaii trip is where the season is going to end. So I had a feeling that they was going to drag this shit out for 2 or 3 episodes, okay? So I would be surprised if we get 2 more episodes out of this Hawaii trip. But yeah, y'all, I was most definitely interested. It was definitely good. You know, it was good to kind of see the dynamics of what's going on around the show. But with that being said, I hope you guys loved it, like this video, love this video, whatever. As I mentioned before in the beginning of the video, I do respond to comments, so y'all can feel free to get into the comment section and pop your shit. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell. I love you guys. Deuces.